You're tracking everything. You've got charts, apps, supplements, appointments, rules, restrictions. You're doing all the right things and somehow still feel like you're losing your mind. Today I want to talk about the weird relationship between control and fertility, because while control feels safe, it might actually be making things way harder than they need to be. I remember the first month that I started trying and I lost my period, but not because I was pregnant. My cycle had been like clockwork and then poof, gone. I had been dieting, trying to be healthy just before I started trying, and suddenly not only was my period missing, but then when it came back, my luteal phase had decided to go off script too. I became obsessed. Time slowed to a crawl. I Googled everything I could trying to find the fix. But back then there was no, it starts with the egg, no smartphones, no endless Instagram education. I was trying to control every little thing in the complete absence of actual information, just clinging to whatever I could, and it was exhausting. Nowadays, there feels like too much information. So why do we do this? Because when your body feels out of control and the outcome feels high stakes, your brain grabs the steering wheel with white knuckles. Control gives the illusion of safety. If I just do everything right, I'll be okay. But here's the truth. Your nervous system doesn't respond well to panic-driven micromanagement. I had a client who had a miscarriage and also lived with endometriosis. By the time she came to me, a year had passed and she was tracking everything. Cervical mucus, mood, temperature, positions, moon phases. It kept her in a constant loop of anxiety, and here's the kicker, all that data actually gave her nothing new. It was just a way of feeding the fear that if she missed one detail, it would all fall apart. When I told her to stop tracking and start listening to her body instead, she was both stunned and relieved. Now, 2 months later, she was pregnant. Now, that doesn't happen for everyone, me included, but it did allow her to live her life and feel better now, and the pregnancy was the icing on the cake. I'm not saying don't care. I'm saying stop trying to control your way to safety. Here's what you can do instead. Shift from control to care. Control is fear-based, care is love-based. Eat well because it feels good, not because you're terrified of a croissant. Move your body because it brings joy, not to earn pregnancy. Sleep because your body needs rest, not because a blog said melatonin helps implantation. You still do things, but you do them from a place of support, not self-punishment. Make space for your body to lead. Your body is not the enemy, it's not broken, and when you stop micromanaging every signal, it can actually start to speak to you. Ask, what would I do today if trying to conceive wasn't on the table? That's where your real instincts live. Process the fear underneath. Control is a response to fear, so deal with the fear. What are you actually afraid of? What would it mean about you if this doesn't happen soon or ever? Write it down, say it out loud, because unspoken fears run the show in the background, and when you voice them, you shrink their power. You don't need to live in a state of constant tension to prove you're trying hard enough. You already are. There's no prize for being the most diligent, the most perfect, or the most controlled. That's why I created the Fertility Shift, to help people like you stop gripping so tightly and actually feel better again naturally. So if you're ready to let go of panic and learn how to support yourself in a way that actually works, you'll find the link below. And if nothing else, please subscribe because you deserve support that makes sense.